So the healthy belly lifestyle that you have could make you forget about redirecting some love to yourself. I mean, it could be your family members who are trying to sap the last strength or love out of you. It could be your BFs, or I mean your guys who are just trying to, you know, take your attention off what you ought to do, that is, you know, loving yourself. Or it could be just your boss who is insisting that you give more than you do at your current job. Sometimes that lecturer could be the thorn in your flesh so much that you refuse or you forget to redirect some love to yourself. Today, I'm going to give you 8 ways to practice self-love. Do not forget, self-love is an active ingredient that is very good for your mental health. So hey, stay tuned. Right, so number 1. The first thing you want to do just so you can love yourself more is to catch some more sleep. Get some more sleep. Right, so we have been socialized to think that the one who sleeps more is the lazy person. That is one thing that you need to, you know, get rid of. Right, sleep is a treasure. The more quality sleep you get, the more, I mean, mentally healthy you become. So you want to love yourself more by, you know, getting more sleep. How do you do it? Okay, every day you are up, you are going to go through the day and you are going to gather clutter from wherever you find yourself. Your boss could be throwing this at you. Your friend could be, you know, demanding so much from you. You know, wherever you find yourself, something must be, you know, eating you up indirectly that you don't even know or may not be aware of. So what you want to do consciously is to make your bedroom a sanctuary. Let your place where you lay your head to sleep in the night be a place which will be very alluring. Some place that sleep can be so sweet, and then you want to wake up feeling so refreshed. What do you want to do? I mean, get rid of, you know, the television set in your room. Make sure that you have a comfortable bed you're laying your head on. Make sure that when you are going to sleep, you do not, you know, get yourself entangled with social media bars. So number 1, get more sleep. Get more sleep. Well, we are not talking about just getting more sleep. We are actually trying to highlight having quality sleep. And how do we do that? You want to do that by ensuring that, you know, your bedroom is a sanctuary, a place that has been, you know, made ready to prepare your body and your brain for a good night's sleep. You know, we have been socialized to think that when you sleep more, it means that you are lazy. Listen, strip away that thought and just know that the importance of sleep is something you can never overemphasize. The quality of sleep, the more sound mind you get. Prioritize yourself first. Get some you time. Very important way to, you know, show some self-love to yourself. Right, so in every social setting, in every work setting, wherever, even within families, you know, there are times where you will be so burdened that you will just be so drawn to the needs of others that you forget about your own need. Remember, you need to love yourself first before you can love someone else. So you want to prioritize you time. And how do you do that? You can do that by just stopping and just shutting yourself in, telling yourself that, oh, okay, at this point I have reached the breaking point and I need to, you know, rest. I need to just, you know, put me first. And this could involve or include you telling your boss that, no, boss, I can't do this today and I have to postpone and do this another time. And that could also include telling your BFs, telling your, I mean, whoever your besties, just telling them, no, we can't do this now, I have to postpone, I have to reschedule, and just shut yourself in. It could be you taking some, you know, sleep, like we re-emphasized earlier. It could be you just meditating. It could be you just watching some movie. Prioritize you, right? We are coming to the point where, I mean, there's little our strength can do until you recharge yourself. And unless you prioritize yourself and put you first in most situations, there's little you can do to help someone else. Can you? No, you can't. So you want to put you first and then direct some love to yourself as much as you can, and you should be good to go. Number 3, do what you love. Love what you do. Do what you love. But how else can I say it? Just do your thing. Do your thing, of course, in life. I mean, in fact, you should derive pleasure. You should derive some high level of excitement from the things that you do on a daily. And most of the times, we are either in school, we are either at work, or we are with some set of people. So whatever you are doing, just make sure it is something that you love. And that is in a sense, or heightens your dopamine level, which is that feel-good chemical that is very active in your brain. So always in life, ensure that you are doing what you love. In fact, if you're doing something you do not love, you realize that you will spend so much nervous energy and you feel so drained at the end of the day. So hey, one thing you can do to show yourself love is to always engage in the things that you enjoy, the things that you love. It could be job, it could be someone you're in a relationship with. I mean, don't get stuck in a rut where you find yourself, engaging in some, games with someone you do not love. You do not know what you're doing to yourself. You are just spending so much nervous energy that you can be using for something profitable. So as much as you can, always do your thing and do the things that you love. It's one sure way that you can redirect self-love to yourself. It may not be as easy as you may think, but as much as possible, you need to cultivate the habit of just doing what you love. Now, the kind of personality that you have also predisposes you. In a video right here where I highlighted the cluster C personality, particularly the dependent personality, who fairly depend on individuals for maybe everything basic about their relationships. You realize that they won't be doing what they love. But you should be someone who is very assertive, someone who is able to redirect love to the self by doing the things that you love. Hey, I love you, but I must first love me before I'm able to love you. Number 4, discard distorted thoughts about yourself. How else can I say this? Stop criticizing yourself. There's little you can do about yourself. That is how you are, or that is what you are and how you have been made. Alright, so if you get to the point where you appreciate who you are, then you want to be thankful for what you are, rather than telling yourself that you are a good for nothing, rather than telling yourself that I can't do this, that I'm not someone who can speak in public, I'm not someone who wants to do this or do. Stop criticizing yourself. Enough of those. Sometimes you get to the point where even when you get to sleep, you are just should I say replaying everything that happened and then how abysmal you performed. Do not criticize yourself so much. In fact, whatever you do is how you can do it. If you could do best, just rehearse, or just go back to the drawing table, just put whatever you think you could have done better down and just look into it and find out how you can do it better the next time. Don't criticize yourself. Do not do it. Not in relationships, not at jobs. Just make sure that if you are, it is causing you to learn something new, what we refer to as a constructive criticism. Do not tell yourself no when it should be yes. Number 4, do not criticize yourself. I can't say that any better. Tell yourself that I'm enough. Tell yourself that I am beautiful. Tell yourself I'm a good communicator. Tell yourself that you are just enough in any area of life. Don't criticize yourself. Number 5, whatever you are going through, talk it out. Whatever you are experiencing, talk it out. In fact, if it is your boyfriend who is disturbing you, have a heart-to-heart talk with him. If it is your boss who is over-demanding and trying to drain the last strength out of you, just have a very diplomatic talk with him. Yes, whoever or whatever the situation, you can't just keep it all in. You can't bottle it all in. You are just going to blow up. Talk it out. No matter how trivial or how minute as what the situation could be, it needs talking about. So hey, sit at a table with whoever and have a heart-to-heart talk. Let the individual or whoever know that there are things they are doing that are not auguring well for your well-being. So you would like to have a reorientation. Whatever it is, please do not brood over it. You would better talk about it. I told you, don't say I didn't. Talk over it and be very assertive about your stance. You are loving yourself by doing that. You see that your confidence begins to, grow and skyrocket as much as you are able to let people know what exactly their behavior is making you feel. Try it. Talk it out. No matter what, talk it out. So the sixth thing we'll talk about as a way to practice self-love is for you to always be on the move. Always be on the move. By that I mean that always find some activity to do, something in the form of exercise. You see, we may be so enthralled in that sedentary lifestyle, particularly when you leave home in your car, walk to your office, get back to your car, drive home, and then that cyclic behavior or activities that you find yourself, should I say, engulfed in. You need to just break that, but engage in some physical activities, some exercise. No, what happens when you exercise is that again that feel-good chemical, the dopamine, get released in your brains, and then it sends some happy feeling within your brains and your body. So I have cultivated a habit of walking my dog at least twice a week, and I just like how it feels. It just makes me feel good. So try it. Engage in some form of exercise. Wherever you are, you can be a part of your school's, should I say, sports club, or any Keep Fit club that is around you. You could just be a member of it, and then engage in any physical exercises that they do too. Try it. Just try it. It's going to help you, feel happy about yourself, and it's a way of loving yourself, because you're kind of like investing into your physical health, which indirectly affects your mental health. How do they say it? Mens sano in corpore sano, which means a healthy mind in a healthy body. So hey, get moving, engage in that physical exercise, and you're going to show yourself some love. Try it. Yes, eat well. In fact, what you eat and drink has a tendency to tell on the way you feel. The days that you eat well, you realize that you are so nourished. Your mind has this the mental fortitude to do the things that you love to do. That's why they say a hungry man is an angry man. Anger is something which is not good for you, and you want to stay clear of it. And things that you do whilst you are hungry are done in a very hasteful manner, in a very, should I say, jittery manner. So you want to eat well. Do not skip your breakfast, the most important meals of the day. Try to eat well in the mornings, and then go through the day, and then eating as well as you can. Make sure that you do not take in lots and lots of this caffeine and this sugary food. They do not augur well for your well-being. They affect the way you feel during the day. So in all your eating, please eat well. Make sure you cut down on the junk. Make sure that you do not take in things that are very much going to deposit unwanted tissues or substances in your blood vessels that could in the long run end up with you having some blood or heart related problems. You want to eat well. Love yourself. Eat well. Right, so last but not the least, you want to have a second look at your social media activities, or you want to very much so measure your screen time. In this time and age where virtually our lives are lived on the screens, you want to rethink the digital space for yourself. In fact, a lot is going on in that space that you need to love yourself before you try to meddle in the affairs of things that happen on social media. Listen, guard against things that would seem like cyberbullying. You want to make sure that you do not find yourself in spaces that you will be insulted, you will be gaslighted, or you will be cyberbullied. Guard against that. You are directing hate someone's way, which will come to you in a way that you least expect. So be very decorous in the way that you communicate or use the digital space. It is going to be a way that would help you to develop your person and love yourself. Imagine you going to bed, retiring to bed, and you are thinking about some abusive words that someone used on you whilst you are on a social media space, someone who is millions of miles away from you. You can prevent that. So hey, rethink your digital space and the way you use the social media. Do not get into the bedroom with those behaviors. Prepare yourself to sleep, and then always churn out positivity when you are using such space. It is a way of directing love to yourself and indirectly to others. You never know. An act of love that you direct to yourself is like you loving someone, because you can never give what you do not have. So as much as you love yourself, you are able to, just draw from, the bank of love that you have, and then, point it to someone's way. So this may come in your way, giving you some information about, 8 practical ways that you can direct self-love to yourself. I hope it has been helpful. Do not forget to subscribe. Please turn on the notification just so you can see my next video, and as well, just comment and share this material. Let this be a blessing to someone. Thank you. I love you, but even more, I love me first.